My love for you is pure like a morning dew. When you post your lewds and my heart jumps over the moon. You liked my tweet when I said you were thick with 2 C's. That's when I knew that I'd found the girl for me. And all I had to do to have you was sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. And you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. I've been subbed 1 year, so I just got a new badge. Now all the plebes in chat know that I've seen your vag. And I know someday you'll finally realize that I love you more than your boyfriend or those other guys. Yeah, all I have to do to have you is sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. But you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart.
You know, I just want y'all to find love, man. You know, like, it's mad easy bet, but at the same time, though, like, it's not easy at all. It's weird like that, you know. But you just gotta be straight up with them, you know. You gotta hit them with the business, you know. Just slide up on that girl or boy of your dreams. You look them right in the eye, and you just gotta say, all right, hold up.
If I called you girl, would you pick your phone up? I just wanna be the one to talk to you and tell you that the pain you feel is only temporary. I understand why you're feeling wary. When you're with me, there is no worry. Let's take our time, girl, no hurry. Yeah, I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I know it seems unreal to you that someone could love you like I do, but baby, you're the one for me. I didn't think that I could ever be so in love, it's hard to breathe, but all of me is guaranteed. And even when the chips are down, I'm never gonna let you frown. I'm never gonna let you frown. Or even when the chips are down, I just want to be the one. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be the one that you could chill with. Maybe we could have some fun. Yeah, we could care it. I just wanna be.
Good morning. So I hope you guys have kind of liked the intro music that I've kind of been playing with here the last couple of days. Um, that that is a song by a hang on here to go here and here. Okay, so that is a song was a little five song album that was put out by a creator here on the YouTube called Leon Lush, and it's a great album. And here's the great thing about it: it is completely and totally royalty free. So if you are a streamer or content creator, thing like that, you can use these songs for your streams and things like that. There's lots of others here you can see he has give me the views, right? Claim this, claim that, all that stuff. So anyway, give Brother Leon a little check out his YouTube stuff. He has a couple of different YouTube channels that he does. One's just him with his normal commentary type videos. Another one is with his wife that they do kind of a reactionary stuff to just silly little video stuff called Lush Life. Love them. I love all of the content Leon creates. It just crushes. So anyway, enough of the suckage. Let me get some ones in chat for just a second here. If you guys have been watching Dead on Dave, and I hope that you have, the last two streams that we've done, Monday night we had Savo pancakes. Last night we had scheduled was Matt, the one-legged wonder Pitt. Tommy C was supposed to be on, but he got sleepy time and went to bed. And then we had Nicholas Dior that came in there about midway through or so and joined us. Dave has been crushing it, literally crushing it. Dave's streams, and I don't say there's any type of any hesitation. Dave's streams of Monday, I'm gonna say Monday through Saturday now. Dave's streams are the go-to place. That is the place to be. So yeah, Joey had to say a slur exactly, and just throw Tommy completely totally off. Just wrecked him. Joey literally just wrecked Tommy yesterday. But anyway, I like Joey. Joey's a good guy. He and I go out, and I called in, was kind of, we were kind of going at it, but after kind of what happened, it was, anyway, it kind of went, but, most of the time, Joey and I cut up. We are all the time just talking trash and smack talking to each other, back and forth all the time and stuff. And I like Joey. He is funny, and stuff. And he's the type of guy that has very little, if any, filter. And unfortunately, that kind of bit him in his boo-boo yesterday. So anyway, enough of the rambling, enough of that type of stuff. Let's just get right into what I want to. I seen him in this. Yes, there they are. Purple paw prints. Listen, purple paw prints. The other day Dave called into the stream while I was talking or doing my thing. He called in, and we were talking about how we were developing a team of people to help contribute to take all this stuff that happens and just correlate it and bring it in to help PeePaw. PeePaw was getting kind of overwhelmed with everything, with trying to just keep up with all this stuff, because I'm old and I go to bed, and it's a lot of stuff happens late at night. And let me tell you something, guys. Purple Paw Prints reached out to me, said, hey, PeePaw, I'd love to help. I said, great. And they have literally been killing it. Every morning I get up, and there is just a deluge of information that has happened overnight. And they just, no, Teddy, PeePaw does not have a news team. PeePaw has helpers. Okay. It's not a news team. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that, millstone hung around mine or Dave's neck. We have mush puffs. that go out and help us get stuff. I still go and find stuff on my own too, on my own as well. And sometimes, stuff that Purple, or I'm gonna just call Paw Prints brings to me is stuff that I've already. Well, you know what, Zolly, we're gonna have to do something about that girl. We're gonna have to get Zolly some love and some help because listen, we cannot. You just can't do it all. There's just no way. And Zolly, she's part of the lake crew, right? Zolly, she kills it at night. Zolly's stream of evening is a mecca for people to call in as well, right? There's always fun stuff that happens with Zolly. I honestly and truthfully wish that I could stay up late enough to where I could call in every once in a while and hang out with Zolly. I love Zolly. I love hanging with Zolly. She's good people, and she's funny. She's entertaining, and she is the type of woman that I love to hang with because flat out, she is not afraid to cut a person. That's the kind of woman I married. My wife, she's all fun and games till it ain't fun and games no more, and she will cut a fool. I mean, flat out, she will do it. So anyway. But let's get into some of the stuff that came across anyway. So I was strolling the old Twitter feed this morning, and I came across this little. Let's see, can I do this? Yeah, I gotta. You know what I've got to do here? Is there a way to see here? This here, yeah. Let's see if I do. Bear with me here for a second, folks. Oh, I gotta unlock it. I had the thing locked. Let's do this here like this. And let's go like this. Yeah. Because if I do that like that, I can't do that. Okay. So is it clipping it here? Yeah, let's clip it there. Let's go. Okay, well, that's going to be probably as good as it's going to get. So we'll just leave it like that. All right. So let's just watch this little clip here. Now, y'all, that's the real Dukes of Hazzard shit right there. I mean, that's some stuff that here in the South we are all about, right? So, anyway, I'm pretty sure this is not real in the sense or context. I think this was probably a closed set for some movie production, something like that. And the reason why I say that is if you notice, there is a police car. I think that's what they call them. I think this is like in the UK or something. They have the street blocked off. And then you have this the little traffic cones here, whatever to block off. And there's and it's just, I think it's just a scene. You know what I'm saying, out of a movie set or something like that. But it's still kind of cool. Just kind of cool to watch or to see. So this one came across my Twitter feed yesterday. I actually even retweeted it out and said I was scheduling my own session pretty soon. And anyway, some people, I don't know. But listen, here's what I don't understand. Okay, so this. Oh, I didn't. Okay, we'll blow it up here. Okay, so let's examine the situation. Okay. This young lady, obviously some of the tattoos and stuff that she had, like here and here in her cheekbone and up here, stuff like that, obviously is like what they call temporary. I think is what they call them, tattoos, whatever. Because in this one over here, they're not there. You see, they're gone, whatever. Right. She's a pretty young lady, right? I don't understand why she felt she had to go. Guys, listen here. Let's see this. Here's what she did. The white part of her eyes, right? She went in and had them tattooed, right? One side she had done purple, and the other side she had done green. And then this is what happened to her face, y'all. Yeah, just don't, right? Just don't. I mean, come on. We have to engage our brains, folks, a little bit here, right? Yeah, purple and blue, she said. So, okay, I guess it's not green. I guess that's supposed to be blue, but looks more like sea green to me. But she's all happy over here, but she's not all happy over here. And now she's going to go blind. Well, I wonder why you're going blind. And by the way, what professional tattoo artist or whatever would do something like this? Come on now. Come on. So yesterday, I kind of was talking about comedians, right? And when I got through with my show yesterday, and I was sitting here and I was doing my work, and it was busy at work yesterday. I mean, I'm an IT person. In case you guys didn't know, I do IT work. I have for over 30 years, and I was sitting here, and there's just one trouble ticket coming in after another. Emails for I don't know. It's a time. Okay, so a lot of times, like this time of the year, we're in the Christmas season, right? The holiday season, right? It's really crazy. Like, okay, so like this week and probably next week, mid next week or whatever, to like mid next week will be extremely busy. I mean, it is popping. It is just like it's just going right. But about mid next week, it shuts down. It becomes like a ghost town, right? It calms down and it slows down and gives time for recouping and stuff like that. But for about 20 years, 15 years or so, let me think, hang on, how long I guess, yeah, probably about 15 years of my 30 plus year career, I worked in retail, and I worked on, the back end computer systems that that ran all the cash registers out front, like at your Walmarts and Targets and Kmarts and Sears and Roebuck, Montgomery Ward, things like that. Some of these places are not even in existence anymore, but I did that for like 15 years. And I did it all over the U.S. I lived in Louisiana doing it. I did it up in Illinois. I did it in Indiana. I traveled for this company. I moved around everywhere, lived everywhere, right? And I hated this time of year. I hated Christmas. It actually would start right before Thanksgiving. They called it the retail season. And we would work 7 days a week, and we would damn near work. It wasn't quite 24 hours a day, but it was anywhere from 17 to 20 hours a day, because the stores would be opening up even earlier, and they would even be staying later. And guys, they're not quite as bad, or at least like, for example, here in Arkansas where I live, I know like the retail stores will, like on Thanksgiving, they won't open till like noon on Thanksgiving Day, or on Christmas Day, they won't open till like noon or so, right? But back when I was doing this back years ago, because they were even more greedy on that aspect and had very little care, very little concern about their employees, they would actually be open like 7 a.m. Christmas morning or 7 a.m. Thanksgiving Day. And so I had to work holidays, right? And so I would, sometimes there were times where my wife and kids and stuff would be sitting down to Thanksgiving lunch, and I would get dispatched out and have to go and run service calls, right? It was horrible. I hated it. I missed a lot of time with my family. There were Christmas mornings when my boys were just little bitty things, like 2, 3 years old, things like that, 1, 2, 3 years old, where we'd be sitting around the Christmas tree of a morning, and they'd be opening presents and things like that. And my beeper, that's what we had back then, was beepers. This was in the early 90s and stuff, would be going off because they would want me to go into these stores and work on Christmas Day, because it was important to have the cash registers and stuff going so that people could come in and exchange the gifts that they didn't want to, that they got from grandmother or whatever, right? It was a horrible existence. I hated it. And at about, I guess about 20 years ago, a little over, about 20 years, I guess at this point, I got out of the retail and got into more government, I guess you would call it, line work. And I was never so thankful because and after about 5 years of doing that, I actually got to where I was able to actually tolerate this time of the year. So I actually enjoy Christmas and holidays now. But for the longest time, I hated it. I hated this type of year. I hated being around. Anyway, enough rabbit holes. Let's get back on. But I got, yesterday I kind of philosophized on why it was so important for us to have comedians, why it's so important for us to have those type of jokesters and stuff in our society, because and granted, not every comedian is everybody's cup of tea, right? But one of my this guy right here, I went out and correlated some clips and stuff, little bits and segments and stuff. This man right here, this is Don Rickles, and if you're not familiar with Don Rickles, he passed away 2017. He was like 90 years old. This guy, in my opinion, was a national treasure. This comedian here was in my top 4 comedians, right? Him, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, and probably it's kind of a toss-up on the 4th, because 4th and 5th are like really, really close. I really like Eddie Murphy, but it has to be like the 80s Eddie Murphy, right? Back when he was truly was a comedian. And then probably somebody like Andy Kaufman, right? That type of comedy. But Don Rickles was what they called I guess you would call it, he was like a crowd comedian. And what that means is he would interact with the crowd. He would target people in the crowd. He would single them out due to their difference. In today's standards, okay, this man would have been canceled immediately. He would pick on you because of your weight. He would pick on you because of your I guess like if your your ethnicity, right? He would pick on you because of your sexual orientation. Yes, Delirious Days with Eddie Murphy, 100% Zali. He treated everybody the same. It didn't matter if you were Jewish, if you were black, if you were Asian, it didn't matter, right? He riffed on everybody. If you guys haven't seen this, it's only like, what is it? I think it's like maybe a little over about 3-minute long clip. Go to my Twitter and watch it. And I'm not saying it to drive analytics, and I'm just saying, watch this man. Okay. We need comedians like this, right? We need these type of comedians in our lives, keeping us humble, keeping us real, because I find that we can't laugh at ourselves these days. And that is a forgotten skill that we need to get back, because being able to laugh at ourselves keeps us humble and keeps us, down to earth. And I think that's a lost, I think it's something that we're losing. So this happened, away from the funny stuff. Now we're going to get into some serious stuff here for a second. All right. Now this is Paige Christie. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Paige Christie. I know that in the last, I don't know, year to 18 months, something like that, she had some beef and run-ins with people like Augie RFC and stuff. They took exception to some of her takes and things and stuff like that, and they had some back and forth. She recently took some heat because she did a video where she had a sponsor in her, this where you could donate and get this little gag gift, whatever, where the titles, right? You become a lord or lady over in Scotland or whatever, right? And I know people really kind of, got their tail feathers up in the air over it because they were like, "Oh, it's a scam." Hell, it ain't a scam. No, this is no different. Now, some of the marketing materials and stuff like that was a little bit misleading. Did some of the YouTubers maybe that marketed, did they maybe not be as clear as they probably should have been? Possibly, whatever, right? And here's the thing about it, right? I think this is where the disconnect comes, right? When you have to put a warning label on a hair dryer that says, "Don't use this around water," that's what we're talking. That's what we're dealing with here, right? Common sense. We have lost common sense as a society. Common sense should tell you, do not try to blow dry your hair while you're still taking a shower or a bath. Okay? That's common sense. Electricity and water does not mix, right? But that's just a quick. If people actually truly thought that they were going to own a 1-by-1 plot of land and be a lord or lady in Scotland, then as the old saying goes, guess what, guys? I've got a bridge in Brooklyn I would love to sell you. Okay? This is no different than people buying, I know this analogy has been made, but people buying the stars and stuff, right? Oh, you own a star, right? Okay. This is no different than the people who donate and give money to these different charities, like for the wolves that are in the national parks, like up in around Yellowstone and stuff, right? And you can go there, and they've got pages where they got these little transponder collars and stuff on these wolves, right? That, do you think because you donated that you gave money to this cause, do you think that you own that wolf, that wolf is your personal property? No. Just no. Okay. It's a little gag gift, right? It's like, back in the 70s, this was a big thing. When I was a kid, you're flipping through the comic books and stuff, right? Or it'd be in the Sunday paper, it'd be a little advertisement in there. Send whatever it was, or even, I think it was even like on cereal boxes, right? If I remember right. You'd have to clip out so many UPC codes and send $1.50 to this address, and they would send you real live sea monkeys. And they had the little pictures of these little monkey looking creatures that was living in this castle underneath the ocean and stuff, right? And as a kid, I thought, oh, yeah. But then I grew up and I realized that was ignorant and stupid. That wasn't really sea monkeys. Come on. Right? But it's like some of these people never grew up. It's like they're still some little 6 or 7-year-old kid sitting at the breakfast table looking at the cereal box and thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to get this really cool, and it's going to be like a Coupe de Ville here at the bottom of the cereal box. Come on, people. Engage the brains. But now people have gotten so out of shape on this thing. They've got so twisted up. They're going after Paige Christie. They're trying to dox this woman. What in the hell is wrong with y'all? Why are you trying to dox this damn woman? Stop. Just, y'all seriously need to go out and you need to touch some damn grass. Okay? It's not that serious, people. It's not that serious. They're trying so hard to prove her wrong because she actually investigated the situation. She contacted the CEO. She had a conversation with her. She put the video up at people's, and even in her video, she talked about how, they were changing some of the literature and stuff because, they could see how it could be misconstrued. They took in consideration, okay, we need to tighten this up. We need to adjust this, because they came to realization that people are just dumb. And so we have to put a label on this, like, okay, this is a gag gift, and this is not real, and you don't really own this land. Just like we had to put a label on the dryer, hair dryer, say, don't use this in the shower, people. For crying out loud. Oh, shut up. I need to turn that alarm off. I didn't remember to do that. So, anyway. Enough of that. Guys, just stop it. Just stop it, okay? Sabo Pancakes and Edwin met up last night at the airport, right? He did an IRL stream, and I guess people are calling it was it the pancake taco or taco pancake connection? Anyway, he did it was like a 2.5. We're not watching all of this. I just got this one little segment here where you can see, Edwin coming down. We'll take a real quick look at this right quick. Okay. He's tall. Come on, Edwin. We have to, tall is relative, right? If you're short and he's taller than you, yeah, he's tall. Okay. I don't know how tall Edwin is. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? Oh, I had it muted. I'm sorry, guys. Let me back it up here. I'm sorry. Let me back it up. Oh, well, let me get over here to the right window here. Let me back it up here. Here, let's do this again. I'm sorry.
There he is! Yo! Come, look. Guys. Edwin is here. Hold on, it's not on us yet. Edwin, it's so good. How was your flight?
Great.
It was good, dude. You look so good.
Look great.
You look so good,
You really
man.
are tall in real life. Wow.
Okay, say it to the camera. Say it to the camera.
He's tall.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the little segment I wanted to, whatever. So, again, like I said, I don't know how tall Edwin is, but tall, I guess, is relative. I figure Salvo was probably maybe at best he's probably about 5'9", 5'10", somewhere in there. I know he's not the 6 foot 6'1" that whatever he says that he is. That's just not. But there were a couple of clips that I did come across. This was a little clip that I thought was kind of interesting. It looks like Salvo and Edwin had a lot of fun together last night, but this is one little nice. Watch this real quick.
I'm just changing over here. Oh.
So there you go. So evidently, I don't know what was shown there, but yeah, evidently it's getting real friendly between the two. Evidently he was in his underwear, I guess, and got in there, putting on some shorts, what have you. One thing we did learn, is that Matt Pitt says that during the stream, whatever, said that chat was giving, Salvo shit for having plastic cups in their fridge. I'm over here thinking like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that. Now that is a little bit concerning to me, because Matt is a Southern boy, and I thought all Southern people knew to put their glasses in the refrigerator or freezer, even, right? Like we'll have like our mason jars. Yeah, we drink out of mason jars down here. We don't stand on formalities around here. We'll put our mason jars in the freezer, right? So that when you pull them out, they're good and cold, right? Because it gets hot down here, y'all. So we'll put that in there, and so we put our ice in there, and then we put our ice water or sweet tea, whatever it is that you're drinking. I personally drink. I personally drink from ice water is what I primarily drink. I had to give up the sweet tea because it was counterproductive to what I was trying to do in life. Yeah, come on, Matt. That was a little bit. I don't know. I was just sad to learn that. I thought Matt was more of a Southern boy than that. So, But anyway, we got about 30 minutes, and I want to go over a video that, this is one that Paul Prince shared with me. I knew there was something coming out. I knew this guy, the Chosen Reborn guy, YouTuber here. He's got 977 subs here. I don't know if I can get that where you guys can see it or not. He's got 977 subs right here. So he's, he's more than me. He's more than me, whatever, but he's, and he says, Zada gets real, how to sell out. So I want to watch this video. And I'm going to be watching this live. I haven't seen it. So this is going to be, what do you call this? A code take, right? This is going to be a live reaction or what have you. So let me, get a little bit of lost blood here. Let me blow this thing up here where we can get it good and full screen and everybody can get a good view of this. And let's listen to what this guy has to say.
Hypocrisy. A behavior in which someone pretends to have moral standards or opinions they do not actually have. Over the last few years, I've exposed many of these hypocrites, and today is no different, because today we're going to be tackling Commentary's latest hypocrite and local sellout Xylee Gets Real.
All right, let's see what, like I said, we'll see what he's...
Flashback.
At the end of the day, all that we need to know is that Xylee refuses to hum the song she claims that she knows.
Well, she'll hum it.
I'm not gonna do that crunch shit.
Well, you can hum
But
it.
here's the thing, baby. Hey, baby girl.
Do not call me that. You don't have the right to call me that. We're not good, Salvo. We're not good at all. Don't you ever call me queen, baby girl, or anything. We're not good. You could backflip off of the Empire State Building and die, and I wouldn't give a fuck.
Oh.
Okay, so I remember this stream. I remember this. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see where he's going to go with this about how this is hypocrisy. We'll see here.
Shit. Nick wants us to go back to the news. Okay, bro. That's all I need to know about you.
Yeah, go back to posting real fucking content instead of just doing this weird, like, I don't even know what it is. It's just orchestrated bullshit argumentation for the sake of it.
I do news. Just, excuse me, I do news. Just saying. I don't start no shit.
The next day.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is BX Bullet. She's a pretty woman. You know, I'll give her that. She's a pretty woman. She's just, that tinfoil hat is way too tight on her head.
It's an evil world we live in.
What can I say about Xylee that hasn't already been said about her?
Well, say something. Shit. We're almost 2 minutes into the video and all you've done is showed clips. You've alluded to hypocrisy, but I haven't seen anything that's been hypocritical. So, get to it. Let's go.
It's become the very thing that she once hated and criticized, a tipster simp, which is super fucking funny to me, because if you had asked Xylee how she felt about the commentary community, or rather her place in the commentary community a year ago, she would have told you that she's a part of her own community.
Yeah. No, you're right, Skip. They are. Those commentary boys are doo-doo hella racist, and their viewers, let me tell y'all something. Us in this corner, well, see, me, I'm personally not in the drama community, but in this small corner of the drama community, we thought these trolls were bad. Let me tell you something. They ain't nothing like the commentary boys trolls.
Before becoming...
Okay, so she's not wrong. There are some very racist people in the commentary. The orbiters, right? There are some cringy, edgy people. What? How is that hypocrisy? And another thing, I'm gonna just go out and say, Xylee a year ago and Xylee today, that's two different people. I don't know about you. Hang on a second. What was this guy's name again? Let me put this up here. The Chosen Reborn guy. Okay, Mr. Chosen Reborn. people change as they go through, as they experience things, as they, they become different people, right? Because that's what happens to us. We adapt, we change, we move. I mean, we're moving forward in life. If you're not, I know, speaking for myself, I'm not the same person that I was last year or the year before that. My views change. Now, my core principles don't, but my views change. So, again, I don't see. All right. So you probably know where she was talking about the commentary over a year ago. Yeah. And now she's where she, yeah. But she says okay, so hang on. She says that she's in the drama
community. We thought these trolls were bad. Let me tell you something. They ain't nothing like the commentary boys trolls.
Before becoming a commentary sheep like the rest of the commentary clown community, her name actually used to mean something. She actually used to get really real and authentic with the people that she talked about.
She still does.
Oh, those and I'm not saying all the viewers of them. I'm not saying all. But some of those viewers they got, they were in Diorio's live yesterday morning, the live I was talking about, and they were literally taking turns spelling out the N-word.
Yeah, they do that. They're edgy. The orbiters, they're okay. So let me get this right. So when she was talking about, and maybe chat, and if I'm missing this, please help me here, right? So when she was, in your opinion, and you felt like she was shitting on people like Tipster and Augie and Nick, that was her being real, right? But because she has now got to know these people, and she sees that some of what they do is a stick, right? And it's not really them. It's, like I say, it's some of their viewers being edgy. Now all of a sudden that makes her hypocritical. Is that okay? Whatever, I guess. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I don't see it that way, but whatever.
With the hard R with Super Chat. And the funny part, you want to know the funny part? The funny part is you could tell Dorio was actually not comfortable with them doing that, and he said that he didn't want to like basically pay it any attention.
Okay, so I don't see. Okay.
Because then it's a thing. Well, dude, it's a thing that you even have viewers that you allow in there to do that.
Yeah, but you can't control the viewers. I can't, just like I cannot sit here and control what if somebody in my chat decided to start doing donations, right? Doing, whatever, and started spelling out some sort of slur, right? The only thing you can do is pause the donation alerts. That's it. And I don't know how old this is. I don't know what stream it is. I don't know. There's no context in that sense to where did Nick try to do that? I don't know. You're taking a little bit of a clip here where she's talking about a situation that happened over a year ago, and she's sharing her thoughts and views and opinions on it, right? Is it a thing? Yeah, it's a thing. Regardless of you, but it becomes more of a thing if you actually acknowledge it and try, because here's the thing. And maybe you don't understand this. I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're young. I don't know. So if people are trying to get your attention, if they're trying to do things to be edgy, if they're trying to do whatever it is, and if you actually give it attention, then guess what? They got what they wanted. Right. And they'll just start doing more, because the whole thing is they're trying to get the person, the entertainer, the streamer, right? Whatever, to react, to overreact, to go crazy, whatever, right? A seasoned, mature person, right, a person that has the capacity to logically engage and deal with situations will simply deal with it quietly and keep going on and give it no service, right? And move on. Okay. And maybe I'm going to give Nick the benefit of the doubt here. That's probably what he did. Now, as far as Zolly's take on that, well, maybe because I know she was coming from a more, because she transitioned. She was part of, I guess you could call it the T community, right? And was coming over into this because she was tired of that part of the internet. And this part of the internet over here at times can be a little bit of the Wild West. Openly and admittedly can be that, right? So maybe this was part of her transitioning to understand that this over here can be a little bit crazy. And so I could see because where she might have that stance. But what I can tell you now is I don't believe Zolly, while she still would have okay, I don't want to put words in her mouth, and I don't want to pretend it's or whatever, but I don't think that she would expect the streamer to stop everything and deal with it right then and there. You deal with it quietly, right? You just mute it, whatever you got to do, and just so let's see. Let me see what some chat's saying here. John Bonzombie says, how does this make her a hypocrite? This is weak. I agree 100%. Squatchin says it was most likely in towers and chat, and half of us mess up the entire intentionally. Exactly. I am kitten. Meow says Zolly was speaking from the experiences she had from that point. Changing her stance based on now new experiences does not make her a hypocrite. Exactly. Nerdy John says, much like Jalen's, we support Zolly transition. Yes, exactly. Yes, make her a real person. Exactly. So, so far, Guy, I'm sorry. You've got a nothing burger here. This is actually nothing. And on top of that, let me just critique here a little bit. You're playing Sonic. And everybody knows what is attached to Sonic, right?
But now looking in retrospect, perhaps all of that was an act, because her mannerisms and her moral competency, her moral fortitude has completely fucking changed.
People are just too fucking sensitive these days.
They are too sensitive. I.e. the guy that's making this, he got ass hurt because he used to like Zolly one way because she was more, and I've heard her say this before, SJW, right? So this Einstein here liked that because wanted to signal boost, wanted to pearl clutch, wanted to whatever. But then Zolly grew into a different person. And she started to realize that the people that they haven't, you can't control who's in your chat in the sense that you can't control who's going to come and consume your material, right? Now you can control somewhat, like if somebody's being ignorant, stupid, you can have mods in there to help you to make sure that they're not doing anything that's overboard or out of line, right? And they're not saying things that are, slurs or things like that, right? And you can put things in place for that. But she's right. People are too sensitive, right? And I think this was part of the metamorphosis that occurred with Zolly from switching from being in the T community, which they tend to be a little bit more pearl clutchy over there. And they like to virtue signal and whatever from the stuff that I've watched from channels over there. Especially back when Willie Mac was covering all that stuff and he was exposing the T channels for their, just horrible takes on things. That's when I really got a good dose of T channels. Right. And if Zolly was coming from that world or that part of the internet over to this place, and that's not to say, listen, that's not to say that people in this space over here in the commentary, quote, commentary community, whatever, that's not to say that we don't need to still, there's not some little house cleaning that we need to do. 100%. There's house cleaning that I guarantee I probably still need to do. Right. But because nobody is perfect, nobody is infallible. We make mistakes. I promise you, I have made mistakes. I have said things out of line. I have done things out of line, right? Nobody's perfect. But the difference is when we come to the realization of what we said was wrong or whatever, we have to own it, put on our big boy and girl panties, britches, whatever, and go on, right? Acknowledge it, take steps to adjust and go on, right? But you can't sit there and continuously go back and use things from our past to beat us in the head if the person is making a conscious effort to grow past that and move on, right? And just because Zali was this way over here at this point in time of her life and the experiences that she's going through and whatever, and she's over here and her views and stuff have changed from when she was over here, that's not hypocrisy. That's called growth. And just because you don't like the growth and the transformation that she went through doesn't make her hypocritical. You need to grow up, little boy. You need to grow up. That's not how the world works.
I mean, it's almost getting to the point, like, again, like I said before, I'm left-leaning, but my God, I remember what it was like. Okay, I remember what it was like to be that sensitive, and it wasn't fun because you got mad at everything. I'm tired of being mad at everything. Fuck it, man. Let jokes be jokes. Shit.
And for someone who used to be friends with her change is incredibly fucking disappointing to me. And I know she probably doesn't give a fuck because she's switched up and she's now in the cool crowd now. Now she's hanging out with the people she used to call racist with their racist fans that used to take turns spelling nigga with the hard R in super chats. I mean, I don't understand how you can go from calling these people out to finally joining them. Like, you basically joined the fucking dark side. So congratulations, Eiley. You sold your soul for some super chats, a collab with Tipster, and some scraps. Now you host these late night streams moderating these fucking clowns, not saying your actual opinions. All you're there for is just moderation for Tipster and all his little fucking cronies. I hope it's...
Okay, so you have a hard on for Tipster. Now we're getting at it. So the problem is because now she's friends with Tipster and stuff, which you've got a hard on, evidently. She's okay. Or almost okay. Friends is not the word. She's friendly with Tipster. She's friendly with Bo Blacks. She's friendly with people like me. She's friendly with people like Dave, right? And let me go back and address something. Let me back up a second. This is something that really sticks in my craw. You're fixing to see some real PeePaw stuff here.
In the cool crowd now. Now she's hanging out that used to take turns spelling nigga with...
Okay, right there. Now I'm going to assume something here. And when you assume something normally, you know what happens, right? You're making an ass of yourself and me. So I may very well be making an ass of myself in here, but I'm going to assume something based on this guy's PFP down here, that this guy is a black person. Okay, so let me get real here for a second, okay? And this is something that that really gets in my craw, okay? I don't use those words in my life, okay? I don't use the A or the hard R, either one. I don't, okay? I think they're offensive. I think that it is a word that was used for keeping a race of people as a subclass of human, okay? And I'm going to tell you something. People, black or white, that use those words, okay, are equal to me. There's no difference, and I'm going to tell you why. There's no difference because I've seen videos, and I've seen in real life where you will have people get into a fight. Two black people will get into a fight, and they are using the hard R or they're using the soft A in reference to the other person. Okay. It is not a term of endearment. It is not taking back the power of that word. You're using it in a derogatory mean as which to try to belittle the other person. Okay? Period. And I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. We have to stop using the word because either, guess what? It's all good and everybody can use the word, or it's all bad and nobody should use the word. We cannot pick and choose, period. And the same thing goes for any other slurs that are out there. It's not okay if somebody is gay, right? Homosexual, and them just sit there and use the F slur towards somebody else. It's not. If you're using the word in a hateful context because you're mad at the person, and just because you're of that demographic doesn't give you the pass to use it. You're using it in a hateful tone, which is what those words were always used at, was in a hateful tone, no matter who was saying it. Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, I sat there and would hear people refer to gay people and F slurs. There's no difference. Time has not changed that. So get off your high horse on that shit with me.
The hard R in super chats. I mean, I don't understand how you can go from calling these people out to finally joining them. Like, you basically joined the fucking dark side. So congratulations, Eiley. Now you host these late all you're there for is just moderation for Tipster and all his little fucking cronies. I hope it's worth it, Xylee.
All right, so listen, we're basically going to wrap it up. I'm out of time. I ranted too much on this. But guy, 5 minutes into a 30-minute or 31-minute whatever video, I hope you came up with something better than what you had, okay? Because what you had was weak ass shit. Okay, 0 points. 0 points. I'm going to finish later on. I will finish watching your video, and I may have to speak on it some more tomorrow but my window of time this morning has evaporated from me. Okay. I'll finish watching it, but so far I'm not impressed. Not impressed at all. Mainly I think maybe because you're playing Sonic. Whatever. Yeah, let's see what you guys are saying, because I kind of went on a little bit of a tear there. You joined the dark side, yeah. Let's see here. Nerdy says, "Oh God, T gameplay channel. I thought T channels couldn't get worse." Yeah, evidently they can, Nerdy. Evidently they can. This guy here is complete and total just ass. He's made a few videos on Tipster. Well, okay, so yeah, there you go. Like I said, he's got a hard on. This guy's got a hard on. Fine. I used to have a political channel, and I also found myself being mad all the time too. I ended the channel. I get what she's saying. Yeah. People change, man. I change, right? I change. John Bond Zombie, the word actually means ignorant. It means a lot of things. I just think people that use it are ignorant. How about that? John says he's going to say it more now. You know what? John, if that's what you think you need to do, man, you go right ahead. I have a hot take on bad words, but I understand that PeePaw is a much more respectable man than I. I don't know about that, Max. I got called out a little bit yesterday, guys. Let me just do this one here real quick. Let me just bring this up real quick. I got called out. Yeah, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys always. Let's see here. Where's it at? Let me find it out here. But Beaver's McWood. You guys know Beaver McWood? He's one of the co-hosts over on the Now Recording podcast. Beaver McWood called me out on my shit. He called me out on my shit, guys. He sure did. He said, hearing Riverter correct coon to raccoon mid-sentence has made my week, and they should shoot them raccoons. And I said, yeah, political correctness is a pain in the ass. I really need to try and unlearn that shit. And, and thank you, Beaver, for calling me out on my shit. Thank you. I try to be respectful to people, and I try to treat each individual as a human being, and I treat them with respect until they do something that warrants me not being respectful to them anymore. And then I just don't engage with it anymore, right? It's like you treat it like a pile of dog shit that you step in. You scrape it off the bottom of your shoe. You get a little frustrated about it, and then you just go on with life, right? That's how you have to deal with things. Now, but for a while, I felt like, I have to really watch what I say, because if I watch what I say, because I, quote, don't want to be canceled, right? I had that mindset. You can't say things, you get canceled. But then I came to the realization, right? Nobody can be canceled. Really, truly, nobody can be canceled. Other than, Hollywood stars can kind of be canceled, because if they get a black eye on something or whatever, the studios won't make movies with them or whatever, right? So they can, in brand deals, they can't make commercials, whatever. All right. But people on the internet, people like myself, I can't be canceled. There's no way I could be canceled unless I cancel myself. And the only way I cancel myself is if I just completely, totally exit stage left from embarrassment and never, ever show my face again on the internet. Well, here's a shocker. I don't embarrass easy, and I don't have enough common sense to not just come back and take it, right? I'll take it on the chin. I say, yeah, you got me. I whatever. So, and that's all stemming from, I was talking about that video yesterday where that rabid coon was attacking that little girl, and that mama came out there and got it off of her and yeeted it, right? That's what I was talking about. And I told a story about growing up here where I live in this little community in Arkansas, and I had family members and stuff that would go coon hunting, right? And that's what we called them, coons. Now, I understand that has another connotation, that people have used that as a derogatory slur in the past, right? And that's wrong. I don't condone that. I'm not for that, right? But that's not what I was talking about. And so shame on me, okay? Shame on me for correcting myself because of that. And that's my bad. And Beavers, thank you for calling me on my shit, dude. I appreciate that. I really do. So, anyway, guys, I may have had a little bit too much caffeine in this coffee today, because I really got my pressure up on some shit. Anyway, listen, I appreciate you. I love all of you guys showing up here this morning with me. Hopefully we had some fun, some yucks. I know I got a little bit heated there at the end. Maybe we won't have too many of those. I don't know, but and here's the thing. I have zero problems, absolutely positively. I have zero problems with people making videos on people and calling them out, right? Just like Beavers called me out on that shit. He called me out. He didn't make a video, but he tweeted it and called me out on it. And he was right. I was wrong. He caught me on it, and I admit it, and I moved on, right? So I don't have a problem with people making videos and calling people out and exposing them and stuff, right? But when you come with some weak ass shit like that first 5 or 6 minutes of that video that we just watched together here, that's some weak shit, dude. I honestly, truthfully, I hope that you have some better shit than that, because I think Zali herself, I think Zali is self-aware enough that she has enough presence to understand that, yeah, there's some stuff that she could be called out for. No doubt. 100% there's some stuff she can be called out for, right? She'll own that. She is big enough of a person to own it. So yeah, I've got some shit out there that I could be called out for. I had some bad takes. I had whatever, right? But going back and saying because a person had a thought or opinion that was this way, and then a year or so later they have a different view of opinion, and thinking that, see, that's the problem, guys. Somebody that stays in the same mindset, in the same position, year after year after year after year, that's showing they are not growing as a person. And personally, I don't want to be around people like that. That's boring. Those are boring people, because it's just like a record. It's like if I want to listen to some of the great hits of the 80s, I can go and put them on. I got them in my iTunes. I can fire them up. And the songs, the rhythm, the music, the lead singers, all that is all the same. It's golden, right? I can listen to it. But the people that I interact with, the people that I hang out with, people like Xylee, people like Nick, Dave, Nerdy John, Tipster, the list goes on and on. They change, they grow. That's how you know they're human. They're real people, right? They're not just regurgitating the same stuff over and over. They never change. They never grow. They never live. So, dude, I don't know who you got in your circle to help you with your videos to say, hey, that's a good takes, that's a bad takes, but you might want to re-examine that shit. Just saying. So anyway, listen, you guys have a great day. Hopefully wasn't too much. I know a lot of you people like to listen because it's the calming and soothing and all that. I kind of didn't do that there at the end of the stream today, and hopefully it didn't get you guys too wired up or whatever. Anyway, I've enjoyed our time this morning. I will see you in the morning. Remember, make sure and tune in tonight. I believe, what is this? This is Wednesday. So this is Willie Mac Wednesday, and I believe we'll be going live about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Dead on Dave. I don't know what all we'll be talking about tonight, but I promise you, whatever we talk about with Willie Mac will be fun. It's always fun with Willie. Willie Wednesdays is always fun. So make sure and tune in to Dead on Dave. Also, before I forget it, let me just do this right now because I need to throw a little love this way to this young man. Here in about 30 minutes, 22 minutes to be exact, Nerdy John is going to be going live over there. I've linked the stream. I'm not big enough to where I can just shoot you over there yet. I don't have enough subs to have the, what do you call it, where you can just rate him over or whatever. I can't do that yet here on YouTube. I'm not big enough, but I feel like I will be one of these days. I feel like we are growing on this channel, and I appreciate every one of you guys that are tuning in and watching me. I love you. I appreciate you for that. But anyway, Nerdy John's going to be going live here in about 20 minutes or so. There's a link. I pinned it. Go hang out with Nerdy this morning. I don't know what he's going to be doing. I don't know if he's going to be, I'm sure he's going to be talking about different stuff, kind of like what I do here, but he usually does it over gameplay. And yesterday he was playing, I think, Minecraft or whatever, because sadly he has a computer from about 1980. I think it's actually like a VIC-20 or a Commodore 64 that he does everything on. He says you're going to be talking about everybody's favorite communist. I assume you're going to be talking about Hassan Piker and him getting yeeted off of Twitch last night for stealing content. Idiot. I'm glad. Honestly and truthfully, I've said my opinion on this last night on Dave. I have zero issues with him getting banned for that shit. If you're going to steal content behind a paywall, fuck you and feed you fish heads. Okay. Now, if you go to the person and you get written express permission, say, hey, I'd like to use your content on my stream. It's behind your paywall. I'm a member. I'm a subscriber to your stuff. Can I use it and react to it? And if they say, yeah, it's cool, go ahead and do it. Guess what? Xylee has done that for us on Dead on Dave. And she says, yes, we can do that anytime we like. And I like that. I mean, so there's a way of doing it That's the right way to do it, right? But anyway, go over and check out Nerdy John on that. Like I said, I've linked to his stream. I pinned it there. Go give him some love this morning. He's entertaining, little funny neckbeard dude, who is a selfish lover. And anyway, and on that note, I'm going to get us out of here, and you guys take care and enjoy this song from Mike the Bike.